the betting, the not so much anymore, is more down to my own fault. I need to get studying again to get the edge back. But yeah, it's a great product. I love the exchange. It's really, in my opinion, one of the better bookmakers, if not the best bookmaker out there.
We're on to race number 2, and this is at 1300 hours, 1200 meters the distance, and you need to get that PA bet on at 1 p.m. A maiden plate, a lot of unknowns in the race as well. The only positive comment of these unknowns is horse number 10, One Scotch. Paul Lafferty is expecting a good run, and he suggests including trifectas and quartets. Of the others, it looks like they are going to be needing the experience on debut. Well, it does look like a race between two, although we got a very strong favorite in the race at the time of recording, 15-10, number 1, Night Rocker. But I'm going to include 2 horses in the place accumulator here, Rael. Numbers 1 and 2, Night Rocker and Record High. And then if I'm playing a pick 3, I will definitely be including number 6, Silver Savage. I think those are the principles. I'm not looking for any other upset type of result in the race. But I think the right horse is at the top of the betting boards, but one has to say that you're going to have to be the judge on 15-10 because that form line hasn't held up.
Yeah, it hasn't held up to date, but I think all this horse could do was run a forward race on debut, and he did just that when second to Don't Judge. And Don't Judge did run out a comfortable winner and win better than the margin did suggest of 0.8 of a length. But I think this horse will only improve, and Richard Fury takes a ride now for Peter Musk. So I think he could be the right horse in the race. You've got Record High. Tristan knows this horse. He's built up a nice relationship with him, and last time out he was just beaten by a stablemate, but I think that he's another one that would certainly tighten up with that run on the belt. So I agree with you. I think it could be these 2 horses, but if you are looking for one more, you mentioned number 6. I'm going to touch on number 5, French Duchess, because last time out I was all over this filly. I thought she's going to take a power of beat in the run on the poly track, and it was, to say the least, it was a shock result for me with I'm Divine coming through to win. I know it was a maiden handicap and she had to concede weight all around. It was an awkward start, and she found a position, but when Tundi asked her to quicken, she just found absolutely nothing, and it was reported that she was coughing that day. So perhaps she didn't act on the poly as I would have thought she would have. Back on the turf, Samangu Kumalo takes a ride, and that run 3.5 lengths to Celtic Chief. I know the form line is very, very shallow, but I think that this filly, having a 3rd start in the province, she can improve, and she was fancied on a number of occasions when up in the Highveld with Sean Terry, and she just failed to put it all together, always sort of slow off the gate. But if Byron has worked on her and got a few issues sorted out, I think at around 14-1 in the market, she could represent some decent value in a race that I think for that 2nd, 3rd and 4th position, you could get a bit of a result. So she could be a nice play to include into exactas, trifectas and quartets. But I think the race could lie between 1 and 2, and 15-10, 6-1. There's quite a bit of a margin between these 2 here. Whether it's as clear-cut as that, I'm not sure, but I think 1 and 2 should be good enough for buy pots and place accumulators.
Yeah, well, Record High will have to answer some questions because she is trying to surface for the first time. He's been racing on the poly track. Maybe the turn to the turf could be the answer to him improving further, because that 2nd start, that was healthy improvement when running 2nd. So numbers 1 and 2 should be the horses that will feature in the place accumulator. Of the 2, number 1, Night Rocker, is an absolute standout, having debuted at that course if you're following the betting here at 15-10. Royal is picked out on number 5, French Duchess. Is beautifully bred. She races against the boys here. Let's see how she fares against their male rivals. And then number 5, Silver Savage, having watched that last start over 1,000 meters, I think that the stable have got it right now. 1,200 meters, the way he was running on, although he's taken some time, he's at home at that course, number 6, Silver Savage. I definitely think if you're playing a pick 3, he is worth including. If you're looking for that outsider, Ryle has picked out number 5. But we both agree that numbers 1 and 2 should be good enough in leg 1 of that place accumulator.
It's Donovan Everett from Cape Racing, and I'd just like to say it's an absolute pleasure to be involved with Intrabet and Cape Breeders in this golf day today here at Pearl Valley. It's fantastic for the industry to see all the relevant stakeholders coming down and having a good time and networking, and it's exactly what the industry needs right now in terms of moving forward and recreating some positivity to take us forward into the next year.